What's up, guys? DrFeelGood here, back again with another video prescription. And today, I would like to give my overall review of NBA Playgrounds. I've had more than enough time to play the game, and those that do follow my channel, which I know there are not many, you know that I typically don't review games at all. I just usually play them and give my opinion on podcasts, but I decided I would give a review, and maybe if you guys like this, I'll do this more often. But here goes. And just so you know, this is my gameplay. I own the game on Nintendo Switch. I got it launch day. But yes, this is my gameplay. Damn, that was a great shot. Anyway, overall, this game is great. It is fun as hell. I'm really enjoying it. Now, I have not played it over the last week. I actually just picked the game back up again and decided to play and complete a few challenges. But I'm loving the game. There have been a lot of bitches out there within the first few days of the game's release that were complaining about the game's mechanics and things like that, about it being garbage. It's entirely not true. Like any game you're unfamiliar with, if you don't know the mechanics, it's gonna suck. Things won't go your way. A lot of people were expecting this game to be exactly like NBA Jam, where there was no depth to it whatsoever. This is an arcade style basketball game with some depth. If I had to sum it up, I would say it's about 40% NBA Jam or Hang Time, pretty much they're the same to me, 40% NBA Street, and 20% NBA 2K. Now, of course, as you see there, the NBA Jam part is obvious. The high-flying, stylized dunks, the caricature-like character models, the 2-on-2 gameplay. You know, it's basically a highlight reel of a game, all right? The NBA Street part comes from the lottery pick meter you see at the top of the screen. Plus, you got a few handles you can do. Some of them are exclusive to certain characters, but you can activate those handles using a flick of the right analog stick in a random direction. Okay. But the lottery pick meter at the top will give you a random power up, and of course it fills up when you of course make shots. The more stylish a shot is, of course, the more credit you get for it, the more meter. So, of course, as you see there, doing a dunk gets you a lot of meter. When you do alley-oops or maybe some handles combined with a throw to an alley-oop, you get a lot more meter. And then, of course, another thing that makes it kind of like NBA Jam is, well, not really. NBA Jam had the hotspot system if you had Tournament Edition, where if you stood in a certain place, you shot the ball, you get points. This game doesn't have that. Well, a particular lottery pick has it, which you see the AI opponent has. But this game awards you for well-timed shots and things like that. All right. Now, the 20% 2K comes from the timed mechanics of your shooting, even your dunking and layup. Now, dunks are a little bit simpler, and so are layups. But as you'll more than likely see in this video, this gameplay of mine, you're going to see someone get a perfect layup and a perfect dunk. Now, the perfect dunk, to me, it doesn't make any damn sense because it's not a shot. It would still say perfect shot, even though it's a dunk. They need to really just get rid of that altogether. But anyway, that's what makes it kind of like 2K. It's not like NBA Jam or NBA Street where you just release your shot at the top of your arc every time you sink a three-pointer or whatever. It's not like that. It's close, but there is something to learn. As you see there, I bricked that shot altogether. But the game is fun. If you take time to learn the timing mechanic, which is not difficult, it becomes easy. And this is not some exhibition game I'm playing where I put the game on the easiest difficulty setting. This is actually one of the later tournaments, and this is a final game of the tournament. So this is a championship in this particular tournament. And anyone that owns this game will tell you the AI in this game is so damn cheesy, so cheap, it's ridiculous. Basically, their steals become pushes. So there you have it. But it's a fun game. If you're looking for an alternative to another three, if you're looking for an alternative to simulation basketball, this is it. This is it. You can easily pick this up 5 or 10 minutes and enjoy yourself. You can play 1 or 2 games. All right. Now, there are a few things I don't like. I think I mentioned one of them earlier. To me, you shouldn't have a perfect release for a dunk. It just doesn't make any sense. I could somewhat understand for a layup, but then again, this is an arcade basketball game. This shouldn't even be necessary. For a shot, it makes perfect sense. It does. See, that's another example of cheap AI. Basically, he was magnetically attracted to the ball and then to the hoop. Doesn't make sense, but you can overlook that. No game's perfect, but I just don't care for them having a perfect dunk. It doesn't make sense. I think they should personally remove that feature. And when it comes to playing against AI, you'll notice that as you get further in the tournament, oh my gosh, almost everything they do is perfect. And when you get a perfect shot, you get an extra point for it. As I said, they're cheesy as hell. This AI is even cheesier than it was back in the day with NBA Jam. Seriously. Another reason I can appreciate this game, and it's kind of like 2K, is that you can't spam anything. Like, for example, having a great steal, you still can't spam it. And even your push, you can do your push if you want to, but it'll cost you your lottery pick meter. Even if you do one push, for sure, it would definitely stun them, if not knock them down, and the ball will come out. But it will cost you your lottery pick meter, whether it's partially full or full. Even if you have it full and you're about to execute your special, whatever they award you with, if you use a push, you will be eliminating that whole meter. It just drops off the face of the planet. It really does. So you can't spam that, which is a good thing to me. But as I mentioned, I love the stylized graphics. I love the look and overall feel of this game. To me, it's the perfect blend of all three of those basketball games. It really is. Don't give up within your first few hours of playing the game. Take the time out to learn a little bit, just like anything. See, a perfect layup. But, I still hate the fact that they have not launched the online multiplayer for the Switch version, which they said that we read it within days. It's been weeks. Okay, it's been about a little bit over 2 weeks now. So still waiting on that. And I've heard people complain that, I've heard people complain that the Switch version has less spectators. Who cares? But as I said, besides those little tidbits, the game is great. It really is great. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as I always say, keep it gaming. Peace.